What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be going over installing and testing out the Heisenberg Competition trigger by Tactical Pontoon. This is D from Desert Tactical. Welcome to the channel. Alright guys, so if you follow my channel, you may or may not know that I already have a trigger system by Tactical Pontoon, the Equalizer 3.5, a pretty cool trigger system that I won in one of his giveaways. I already have a video on it. I'll link it in the box below. This new trigger, the Heisenberg Competition trigger, I did not get for free. I did not win it. I paid for it with my own money. So let's go to the tabletop and look at what we got. Alright guys, so once again, that is a Heisenberg Competition trigger by Tactical Pontoon, and it comes as a complete trigger system with your trigger housing, Gen 4 ejector, trigger return spring, your connector right there, trigger bar, scalloped vertical extension right there, aluminum flat face trigger shoe. I went with black and with a gold safety right there. So what makes this trigger special is that it has an adjustable over travel stop right there, that little set screw. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I'm not going to explain or show you guys how to adjust that. Tactical Pontoon has videos on how to do that, but essentially that's what it is. It's a set screw that limits your over travel, thus making your reset very, very short. Alright guys, I'm going to drop this trigger in this SCT frame in FTE. I got this frame some time ago. It is still brand new. I was saving it for something special. I think this is going to pair well. I can't show you guys the install, so I'll be right back. Alright, so today's Heisenberg Competition trigger on the SCT frame. I'm using a PSA dagger slide. So I'm really liking the looks of that trigger. I really like the flat face on the shoe right there. It's looking overall really, really good. However, I did run into one issue, and you know what? It's not even an issue, it's more of a preference. No matter how much I've tuned this trigger and how much I've worked on it, I can't get that very defined wall and clean break that I like. I'm getting more of a rolling break. Let me show you guys. So there's a trigger right there. Safety works. There is the take up, and it hits sort of like a wall, and then some mush, mush, mush. The trigger rolls right there, and it breaks all the way back here. However, let me show you guys this reset. Right there. It is insanely short. Once again, safety works. Take up, sort of like a wall, but then it rolls some more, it rolls, and then the break. The reset, guys, super, super short. Really like that. So that being said, is this a bad trigger? Absolutely not. I think I could run it this way. I could learn how to work with it. However, I like more of a defined wall and a crisp, clean break. Now, I am not a trigger expert, but I do know my way around them fairly well since I build my own triggers as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out the connector for the Combat Armory connector, which is my go-to for my trigger builds. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back after I swapped out the connectors. Here is the factory connector that came with the build. You can see the Tactical Pontoon logo right there. Maybe you can't. This is just badger's knot. Make sure you lube your internals. So I did not mess with the over travel stop. That was adjusted where I needed it and has not been adjusted since. The trigger with that Combat Armory connector did make a noticeable difference. Let me show you the trigger now. So the weapon is clear. Here is the safety, it works. That's the take up right there. I hit a wall and a very crisp break. The reset remains insanely super short. There it is. So once again, safety works. Here is my take up right there. I hit a wall, then a very crisp break, and the reset right there. Let me show you guys the trigger pull weight with this trigger and the Combat Armory connector. My scale here is zeroed out. Let me get you guys a good reading, and it's breaking right at 4.5 pounds right there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Now it's time to go to the range and test this trigger out. Hey guys, made it out to the range with my SCT build, rocking the Tactical Pontoon Heisenberg Competition trigger. Let's get right to it and send some rounds down range. All right, guys, so I'm really liking that flat face trigger on there. Those that follow my channel know that I love flat face triggers, both on rifles and pistols. That safety blade spring, it's not overpowered, but it's not weak. It's just perfect. I'm really digging the break on that trigger, more so with that combat armory connector. It gives me a defined wall that breaks like glass. Very clean, very crisp, and that short reach there, you guys, is just awesome. Guys, I've been training here for a bit. I am about to wrap it up, but my final thoughts on the tactical Pontoon Heisenberg Competition trigger. I really like it. This trigger will more than likely live on this SCT frame. Now, do I recommend this trigger? Absolutely. If you plan to get one, it'll work for you. Just make sure you tune it to your liking. So thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate your support. I hope you found this video useful and or entertaining. Please like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Catch you guys later. Peace.